What's happening, guys? 2 seconds, we live. Unscheduled live. It's about 11 a.m. Wednesday morning. I was going to say April. Wow. August 19th. It's kind of funny. Anyway, what's up? What's up? How you guys doing? Going to cover a couple things. I've got about 15 minutes before my next appointment. And just wanted to throw a few things out there. I'm not sure if I can show you. My cousin's been over here helping me. We probably spent 6 or 7 hours over the course of a couple days, and he was helping me film the final stuff for the DIY sauna because I couldn't do it by myself. There's little intricacies when you're putting it together and all this kind of stuff. And there's probably another 15 hours or so putting the files together, getting the editing done, all that kind of stuff. But wanted to touch on a few things. Having second thoughts about starting a second, third, and fourth YouTube was going to break it all up, just have like one sauna and health channel, one Matt Justice lifestyle channel, just because I like to ride four-wheelers and do snowmobiles and all that stuff. But I was looking at something, and I did a little bit of research. I also talked to a few other YouTubers. And if you look at the YouTube analytics, only like 2 to 3%, maybe 4 on a good month, subscribers are watching the majority of the videos. So that means 95% of people consuming the content are not regulars. So I'm wondering if it is like this whole big idea to break this stuff up is even worth it, because the majority of subscribers aren't even consuming most of the content. So I know I've asked about this before, but what do you guys think? Do you think it should be split up? Would you be upset if I talked about money on Mondays and saunas on Tuesdays and did four-wheeler or snowmobile reviews on Wednesdays? Or something like that, like if it's wintertime, because that's pretty much what a lifestyle channel is. It's basically all encompassing. Some people love that because you get to see all kinds of aspects of a person, and it allows you to get to know them better. You can see where people are coming from in other ways. Most people know me for sauna stuff, but they don't understand what I do when I go to or something and spend time with the grandfather, or I talk about certain health or experiences in different years, but no one knows I have personally experimented with it because I don't really do social media. So it's not like you can follow me on Instagram and see what I'm currently doing. And then there's the other group of people that are like, I'm just here for the health and sauna content. I don't want to see all that other shit. What are you doing? So interesting perspective. I would like for you guys to comment. Let me know what you think. Again, I've asked this several times, but it kind of always comes back to me. It's like I'm the one that has to steer the ship, but I still like input from other people. Was going to see if I could show you a little clip on the phone here of my cousin and I doing the videos. I don't think it's going to focus very well, but we have been working on a customized mounting system to get rid of the clamps on the actual bulbs, and that's what increases the safety of this setup. Now, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I've gotten a bunch of emails that said, hey, can you hurry up with this because I don't want to wait several months and blah, blah, blah. Please, guys, I don't want anybody to think that this is a replacement for that, because it's two completely different worlds. This is going to look like something you piece together. That is going to look like something your wife would love to have in the master bedroom, or, you know what I'm saying? So just want to for the lead up to this, I just want to be very, very clear that this is not like the end all be all. I'm not trying to say that people should stop buying regular saunas and that this is better. I even had a call with a lady yesterday where I felt really bad because she had a sauna fix or sauna space or whatever, one of those things where it was $2,000 or $3,000. And she's like, I'm kind of thinking about this was a bad idea or whatever. That's not my thing. I'm not the kind of guy that wants to have people send products back or get rid of stuff that they like or anything like that. It doesn't matter if I like it or not. If it's good for you, if it's getting you good health results, I hate to say this, but even if it's not something that I would approve of, if you have it in your house and it gets you to use it, it gets you to sweat, it gets you a core temperature increase, it gets you to burn calories, it gets you to do things that you wouldn't do otherwise, do it, keep it. Who cares what I think? Who cares what anyone else thinks? And that's the truth. That's what I personally believe. If you were a friend or family member that was really close to me, and that was a situation that came up, that's what I would tell you to do. And so I don't care how much, what's on the line. I don't care if there's money involved and none of that stuff. If I don't want to be I don't want to stand for something that is misleading to people. And I think the biggest thing that's important to me is I want to be a proponent of things that help you increase your health, regardless if they're in alignment with whatever I believe or whatever someone else believes or whatever some critic or salesperson is trying to sell people on the internet or on YouTube. Because at the end of the day, this all goes back to when I was researching saunas and I first got into this thing. I wasn't ready to spend thousands of dollars to do this because I didn't believe that the sauna could really help me. And it's not that I wasn't committed or that I wouldn't do it. If that was the case, I never would have gone and rented sauna sessions. But the time that I wasted on all kinds of bullshit, whether it was from people or it was my own self holding me back, I can't get that time back. And that suffering ultimately turned into the motivation to do this. But however, part of my job, part of my purpose, part of my mission with doing this is to save you that, right? Is so that you don't lose that time in your life for you to get that back. And I don't care if it costs me, money, reputation, whatever it is. I've been through all that stuff, and that's what's really important to me. So I get a little freaked out when people see videos of mine and they get either scared or second guess themselves or whatever. I don't want to be a snake oil proponent of creating fear in people just to get them to switch products because it's something that I love, or it's switching gears to some company that maybe I have a relationship with in the future, or stuff that I like or that I use. At the end of the day, your health is your time, just like my time that I spent trying to learn how to help myself. That being expedited, having a better life is more important than all of that. So just wanted to be really, really clear about that. Katie Price says, it's good to have it all in one place. Annoyed when I have to subscribe to multiple channels. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I agree with you, Katie, but not everybody thinks that. I like the fact that somebody has a lifestyle channel where they talk about different topics all at one time. However, I also deep dives. So at some point, like saunas has kind of taken over my channel. It was never supposed to be a sauna channel. It was actually to be a business channel that helped people with certain types of soft that I'm fluent in, my background, my actual job, how I've made the majority of my money over the course of my lifetime. It was never supposed to be about health stuff and all this. It's just when my health kind of took a nosedive, this was all I could make content about because my brain fog and my fatigue and stuff wasn't I wasn't functioning well enough to be fluent and to really help people with that, because you got to be firing on all cylinders. You got to be quick. And especially if you're going to do tutorials that teach people how to use complicated technical software, you can't be like, kind of lackadaisical that day. You got to be on point, and you got to be on point every time, or else people can't learn from you because you have to be a few steps ahead of them to be able to be a good, teacher. But at the same, so what I'm thinking is just keep it as people are going to get upset, especially if I start talking about money. But one of the things that I don't understand why no one realizes this, my very first sauna videos, when you see me buying multiple saunas and spending thousands of dollars over and over again, don't people understand that you already had to have like a good paying job or career or be financially fit? I won't even say well off, but in order to do that for yourself in the first, because just the cost of me going to a functional medicine doctor was enough to, none of that stuff's covered by insurance. None of the health equipment that I was purchasing. The reason that I tried to incorporate it into the business is because I looked at my balance sheet one month and I was like, holy shit, that was $13,000 between 2 saunas, functional medicine doctor, Zymogen or whatever is super expensive supplements, and all these other extra things like the blood work and the testing and all this stuff in between. I was like, there has got to be a way that I could use pre-tax money to do this, like this exceeds an annual contribution to an HSA. So there's stuff that self-employed people can do to set themselves to pay for stuff like that in a tax-efficient way. But if you can incorporate it into the business and write it all off, it's faster, it's easier, and there's no limit. Great. If you make money with it later, that's awesome. I'm getting off track here. Mr. EIE says, hi, Matt, I don't mind a little diversity. You'll attract people to whatever topic you're discussing based on their interest. Yeah, but it's like, you might be surprised. My financial goals might not be in alignment with what you think my health goals are. So, if one of my goals is to become a multi-millionaire, i.e. probably not through this health stuff, unless I start, creating a supplement company or selling products directly myself, just because you don't make enough money unless you do that. You're not going to make millions of dollars just as a third party. It's just not going to happen. And you don't have enough control, because a lot of the companies that you work with or whatever, you have no control over what they do. They could change the price. They could be out of inventory. They could treat customers badly. It's bad enough as it is that some of the recommendations that I made last year, people are following them and then getting bad service. It's like, shit, what do I do about this? Because you go to certifiedsaunas.com, you see the recommendation. This is just one example. You see the recommendations for a particular sauna brand. And then, I'm saying, don't go to this dealer, don't go to this dealer, buy direct or buy from this dealer. And now a year later, they're either outing their inbound leads, they're using call centers, they're treating people like shit. What does that reflect badly on? Me and them, and you guys don't get a good experience. So unless you're in 100% control of a product offering, it's not the best business model. But thank you guys for your opinions, though. I appreciate it. I like to hear that. It kind of seems like the theme goes along with my thinking. I like to see different topics from different people to kind of. Shelly Lucas says, hi, do you still recommend the Radiant Health? Yes, it's right here. We bought it based on your recommendation. It was very expensive. Hope we didn't waste money on it. Sounds like you didn't get it yet, Shelly. I would think you would be extremely happy with it. A $5,000 Radiant Health must be really large, because this, they call it a 3-person, but it's really a 2-person corner sauna, and it's not quite $5,000. So whatever you purchased, I'm guessing that you haven't received it yet, because they probably have short. They probably are either on back order or have long delivery times. But when you do get it, I think you'll be extremely, extremely happy. Well, no, this is going to work. Yeah, this isn't going to work. I could take you inside and show you the stuff that I like about it. I don't know if that would help you. If so, just shoot me an email. Go to cleverleverage.com, use the contact page, send me an email, and I'll make a video just for you. If you want. It's not necessary, but definitely. What other saunas have you used too? If you're worried that you're gonna waste money on it, wait until you step inside of a Costco sauna or a J&H Lifestyles or something with high EMF or high VOC. You'll be very happy. Any other questions, guys? It's 11:06. I've got an 11:30 today, so I've got to take off at 11:15, but happy to help. Unscheduled live. One lady emailed earlier this week, and I feel like I was just all over the place for 5 minutes. I had a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, and then the thing that I've been racking my brain about is how many channels do I split up the content into, what to do with the future. But I like you guys' feedback. Thank you very much. One lady emailed me earlier this week, and this is something that we were talking about just the other day too, is what about people in different time zones? Like, I do these lives, the scheduled ones, a decent amount of people show up to, but really not a lot of people have the time to interact on live. And if I'm not getting comments or something in the chat, it's really just me sitting here talking to a computer screen. So it's super weird. It's not my favorite thing, because if I get off track answering a question, then you kind of have to get back into, okay, well, what was the theme for today? And then if there's no interaction, I just talk about whatever is top of mind for me. And then when a question pops up. So the more interactive you guys are, the better it is, the more helpful that I can be. And then I don't ramble on about stupid shit that nobody wants to hear about. But one of the things that this lady brought up and that we were talking about over the weekend is other time zones and people who work a 9 to 5, or people who are busy on the morning Eastern time zone frames that I usually come and do lives. So I tried a nighttime live at like 9 p.m. Eastern a few days ago, and there was like one person, maybe two. And I waited it out for a little while, but nothing really came of it. So I did it just for that lady who emailed and the fact that we've been talking about it. But yeah, if there's a specific time that you guys, that lives work for you, I'm going to put this video up for replay. So please, in the comments, let me know what that time is and tell me the time zone, please. Because, 7 p.m. for me Eastern, if I'm in Florida, it's the same if I'm in Maine, because it's still on Eastern, is way different if you're in California. So please let me know what your preference is, because I would like to cater to you guys a little bit more. It helps me because there's more interaction and we can create more value for you guys, because otherwise I just ramble on like a broken record. Mr. EIE says, Been doing the niacin detox every day since the beginning of the month. I've just gotten this on at the end of July. So far, no effect on my 10-year Lyme fog. How long before you saw a change? Well, if you just got the sauna at the end of July, you could use the sauna for several months before you start doing niacin detox. I mean, it just depends on your situation. I remember you, Mr. EIE, from a lot of past lives and from email. I don't remember exactly where you're at on your journey, but that might be too aggressive. I know it's counterintuitive, but you could use the sauna for 4 to 6 months and just do occasional binder therapy and not do crazy niacin stuff. Because if you do too much niacin, it's going to reduce your mineral content. It's also going to reduce some of your essential vitamins, and you need to supplement with that stuff. And then if you're not getting regular labs, how do you really know? Because we're just basing this off of prior experience. But what if my prior experience is a little bit different than yours? Or what if my body reacts a little bit different than yours? So I'd be really careful with that, not to overdo it. I'm not saying that you are. It's just hard to... I just read that as, by the way, I joined your Facebook group, the Niacin Sauna Detox, and I almost shit my pants. My jaw dropped to the floor. I was like, dear God, hopefully you guys don't think that I run the Niacin Sauna Detox. And then I reread it and I was like, your favorite group. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. A lot of people in there are not necessarily educated on the things that they talk about. But anyway, you got me with that one. That was good. I would just be very cautious to not overdo it if you're doing the niacin. I've got a niacin, it's a niacin detox course, but it's actually a sauna detox course that I've been working on to sell. I'll give it to you guys for free, especially these guys that I recognize, especially, like you, Mr. EIE. I'm not really looking to make money off of you guys, although in the future I will charge for it. The reason that I'm mentioning it is because it's going to be a two-pronged protocol. It'll teach you a sauna detox without niacin, and then it'll teach you how to gently incorporate niacin so that you can get some of the benefits, but not overwhelm your system if your detox pathways are compromised. So I've only got 4 minutes left. Mr. EIE, have you looked into Dr. Klinghart's Lyme recommendations? He's a European doctor. He also operates in the States. Really good stuff. Is it okay to take our cell phone or iPad in the sauna with us? Or is this bad for EMF? Sorry, I don't know this stuff yet. Shally Lucas, I mean, that's a personal decision. Is it okay to take your phone or iPad in the sauna? Strictly EMF wise, I mean, it's no different than when you use it laying on the couch. It'll probably overheat in about 20 minutes. So if you want to increase the longevity of your equipment, put it outside the door or prop it up inside on a chair outside the glass so that you can see it. As far as the EMF, I mean, it's no different than sitting next to your laptop on the couch or anything like that. That's a personal choice. Some people are okay with it. Just because you're in the sauna doesn't change anything. Nene 2015 says, I'm new to you and your channel. What is the sauna to purchase? I will do your videos to learn more. Thank you. Nene, most of my sauna recommendations you can find on certifiedsaunas.com. Usually I wear a shirt so that people can see where to find more info. But today I'm getting ready to head to an appointment. So I like the Radiant. I like the Clear Light. There's some other recommendations on there for people that want ceramic ones. Mr. EIE, but I've got to go. Okay. Yeah, Mr. EIE, why don't you send me an email, man, if you want like personalized help. I'm not sure if your situation is within the realm of exactly what I can do to help you, but I'm sure I can point in the right direction or maybe suggest things based on experience that might help you. Jody says, looking forward to the sauna very much. Me too. It's just hours and hours and hours of filming. The other thing, I just talked to one of the sauna company owners the other day, and I let them know that I'm doing your first 30 days to Sauna Guide, and it's going to be free. I'm not going to sell it. But they were really excited about that because one of the things that people get hung up on is they've seen my install videos. They know the sauna is going to come on a truck. They know they have to put it together. They get it cleaned up. They start using it. But then what? What happens that first week? What happens the second week? What happens after that? So I think we can create some real value with that and give it away to really help people. So Shelly says, are we supposed to be taking binders before we get in the sauna? How long before we get in? Shally, I've got 2 minutes left. There's not enough time to get into detail, but if you go on YouTube and you search sauna detox binders, there should be 2 videos from me that pop up. Those will have more recommendations. Mr. EIE, very familiar with Klinghardt, every other Lyme doctor. Okay, I can't remember if we talked about it. I remember you from the past. I just can't remember everyone's situation. Yeah, send me an email. I'm happy to help you. It's just hard with all of this stuff going on, and I've got to run. But it was good talking to you guys. I'm going to leave this up for replay. So if there's a question that I didn't get to in the chat or something that I skipped over on accident, just drop it in the comments. And then please, if you have a recommendation or a request for a certain YouTube live time frame that's different from the mornings on Eastern that I usually do, please let me know, because that's my only gauge for when I do these. So hope you guys have a great day. Good talking with you. We'll see you in the next video.